Hello guys and welcome back to another video. This is actually my Vampathon week reading vlog and I'm actually very excited. I've been looking forward to this week the whole month. You guys know it has been very chaotic and I'm finally getting things together. I mean, not everything's perfect. My room, it's a lot better now. Next up, my shelves. I'm pretty sure that I am like the only one who after moving doesn't fix or organize her bookshelves right away. Like this is the last part, like this is the last thing I've thought about, honestly. That's actually because I haven't been blogging in front of them, so now that I'm blogging in front of them I'm like I should have organized this already. But anyways guys, for this week I'm gonna be reading vampire based stories, books, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to a good vampire book, and you guys are not gonna believe me, but I was actually thinking about reading the new book by J. Kristoff, like the Empire of the Vampire? Empire of Vampire? No. The Vampire Empire or something like that. Okay, it rhymes, but it's a big book and I haven't read any book by J. Kristoff, so I lied. I have read a book by J. Kristoff. But anyways, I know his writing is a lot different from what I'm used to, so it would take me longer than a week to read that book. So I scratched that idea off. I was actually gonna start blogging on Monday, but I didn't. It's Wednesday now. It's okay. It's still gonna be a 5-day blog. And even though I didn't start blogging on Monday, I did start reading a book on Monday, and I picked up Midnight Brunch at Casa Dracula by Marta Acosta. This is the second book to the Happy Hour at Casa Dracula that I read a few weeks ago, which was like on my second moving blog. If you guys haven't watched that, you guys might want to watch that one first. You don't have to, but I read the first one in that blog and you guys watched it. You guys know that I really enjoyed the book. Again, they're not perfect. They have their little problems and stuff. It is a self-published series, but I really like the whole vampire stuff. But yeah, so I'm reading the second book. So in the first book we follow Milagros de los Santos, who is a Mexican young lady who gets kind of turned, she's a writer, and she gets infected by a vampire. And the thing is that vampires don't get turned anymore. Vampires are now born only within the vampire families. There's no vampires turning other people as vampires. So that's kind of like the premise of the story, which continues in this second book, because we learn some stuff at the end of the first book, and now in this second book we focus more on like the history, or well, so far I'm on chapter 11. In this book we are following like the history of the vampires, and there's like some research going on, maybe involving Milagros and stuff. So yes, it is a rom-com, it's a romance story with vampires in them, and so far I am really enjoying it. But like I said, it does have its problems. It was self-published in 2006, the first one. I highly recommend them if you guys like that rom-com vampire vibe. Is really good. I like them. So that is a book I'm going to continue reading tonight. I'm hoping to read most of the book tonight. I'm going to cook right now, and like I said, I might clean this a little bit, not completely, but might clean some stuff. So I'm going to read it and I'll come back with an update tomorrow. Although I don't know how much I can update you guys on it because it is the second book, but I am planning to read another book, which I want to start tomorrow already. That's why I want to finish this one. The book is actually upstairs, so I will talk to you guys about that one when I start reading it. Okay, real quick, I don't think I mentioned this, but this readathon is being hosted by Jodie. I don't remember her booktube channel, so I will link her down below. She's the creator of this Vampathon, and I think she did it last year, but I didn't participate on it. And this year I had to do it, so her channel is gonna be down below in case you don't know who I'm talking about. This is Jodie's Vampathon. Just thought I would let you guys know. Okay, cool. Oh, and my nails. And let me show you guys my nails. I did them last week, so they are a bit grown already. But here are my nails. I think they are super cute. I wanted a spooky set and I thought this one was super cute. Okay, I'm gonna eat now. Alright guys, so it is Monday, November 1st, and the Vampathon should be over by now, which means that I only got to read one book. So the book that I read and finished was Midnight Brunch at Casa Dracula by Marta Acosta, and I am afraid to say that I think I hyped up the first book too much. This is the second book in the Casa Dracula books. They are self-published. So if you guys watched my moving blog part 2, I talked about the first book there, and because I liked it, I wanted to continue reading the books, so I read the second book for the Vampathon. And I'm playing with Shanti. So I do have to say that I didn't enjoy this book as much as I did the first one, and that's just because a lot of things happened that were just weird and random. First of all, our love interest, Oswald, he left for the majority of the book. So Oswald is a doctor and he leaves to go help people and be a good person helping children, because he helps children. So while Oswald is away, Milagros, which is the main character, she decides that it's okay to cheat on him, the love of his life. And let me just explain that part, because in the first book we met Ian, who is Oswald's cousin, relative kind of thing, and he's a dark lord, he's powerful, he's important in the vampire community kind of thing, like he holds a lot of power. And we met him before Oswald and Milagros became a thing. So Milagros and Ian actually had like a thing going on in the first book, and then at the end Milagros ends up with Oswald, and then in this book Ian comes back at the beginning of the book when Oswald left. And so Milagros thinks that a kiss from Ian is okay, and a kiss from this random actor is also okay. And I think she kissed someone else, or she let someone else kiss her, saying like a kiss is nothing. So that was annoying. And also in the first book there was a lot of slut shaming towards Milagros, which I mentioned that I did not like. I did not enjoy it. But in this book she made some decisions that were questionable. Now I'm not saying we're gonna slut shame her. She was not acting like she was in love with Oswald, and now I'm questioning that love towards Oswald. The way their relationship was described was too much of like, oh, Oswald's so nice, oh, Oswald's so kind, and she goes for like the troublemakers. So Ian, for example, and this random actor that we got in this book, which that part was weird. Like I said, a lot of things happened that were just random. For example, she became a screenwriter. Like there were so many characters surrounding this show that she was writing the screenplay for, so they were no longer in the ranch as they were in the first book. Now they were like in this hotel kind of thing, and there's this society that's trying to become like powerful and control the whole vampire community, the births. There was homophobia in this book, which I also didn't like, not from the main characters but from this group that was trying to control the community. So that was another thing that I didn't like. I'm gonna take Shanti out and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. So all of that to say that I didn't enjoy this book. It was not good. There was a lot of cheating going on, and Milagros trying to make it seem like everything was okay. And I mean, Oswald, like if you walk into your girlfriend's hotel room and there's a naked man, actor, whatever, you're gonna believe her that there's nothing going on. I mean, nothing actually happened. They just kissed once. Well, he kissed her. But anyways, too much cheating and Oswald being too nice and her just loving Oswald because he's the safe bet, the right choice, while clearly she doesn't seem to want to settle with him. It was very disappointing. I would actually just give this a 2 stars, and that's a lot. So yeah, I did not like the second book, so I'm sorry if you guys started reading the first book thinking that the second one is gonna be good, because it isn't. It was not good. I am gonna read the third one, hopefully, because I still like some of the characters. I do not like Milagros at all. I don't like her as a main character. I don't like the choices she makes, but I do like the premise of the book. I do like the plot of the book. I didn't like the whole show actors and all these people in her life. And yeah, I don't like Milagros right now, not in this book. I am gonna read the third book because I want to see what happens, but I'm not gonna hype it anymore for you guys. We're gonna see how the third book goes. But yeah, anyways, the second book that I wanted to read, and I actually started, is The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. Is this one right here. Let me open the door for Shansi. So I am actually past chapter 5 already. I was having a hard time with the first 5-10 pages. I thought the writing was not gonna be for me, but then I kept reading it and things got interesting. I actually do enjoy it. This is the first thriller, this kind of book that I read, and I'm intrigued. I already made disgusting faces. It does have a lot of body horror, so I'm already disgusted by some of it. For example, someone bit off someone's earlobe and it was very descriptive. So that was something. The people who have read this book have said really good things about it. Like, they enjoy it. So hopefully I do enjoy it, even though I've never read something like this. I'm looking forward to it. I am gonna continue reading it throughout the week, and I will talk about it then, because I do want to add this book into this blog. And yeah, I love this cover, by the way. I love how the cover feels. If I ever publish a book, I want my book to feel like this. It's just so soft and velvety, and the colors are amazing. I'm gonna continue reading this one, and I'll talk to you guys later because Shansi wants to play. You guys, I'm almost done with this book. It is Thursday. I gave myself the week to finish it, and I have this much left. I'm like exactly at page 300. I have 100 pages left on this, and this book is keeping me on my toes. Because when I tell you guys that this book is giving me exactly the vibes that I wanted from this book, like the creepiness of it. My boyfriend just got here with sushi, so give me a second. So in this book we are following Patricia, and she is a mother of 2. Her husband is a doctor and she is a stay-at-home wife, mother. So truly from the get-go we find out who the person involved in this story is gonna be, and we know that she is in a book club. First it starts with the boring book club, and then they kind of change it. They were reading classic books, so they were not having it, so then they changed to this other book club. They create this other book club where they start reading mysteries and thrillers and all that kind of stuff. So you can say that it is because of these books that she realizes what's going on within her own neighborhood. And so we start learning about the characters. So her husband's mother, so her mother-in-law, starts living with them. She has to stay with them because there's no one else that can take care of her, and she is old and she's losing it. She hires this other lady to help her take care of her mother-in-law, who, like I said, is losing it. But for some reason she remembers one person and one person only, and she remembers exactly what happened and where he comes from and what he did to her family. So she ends up telling Patty what happened with that man and with her family. So Patty now starts to wonder who this guy is really. And then we also learned that there is someone taking children away from their homes, and children are committing suicide, but they don't know what's going on, they don't know who it is. So Patricia starts investigating, kind of thing, starts putting things together, and there's this man who moves into the neighborhood visiting his aunt, and then we learned that the aunt went crazy and she attacks Patricia at the beginning of the book, and Patricia starts having like a friendly relationship with this man, and it's not like she is attracted to him, but I think it's more that she was receiving the attention that she hadn't received from her husband in a friendly way, like nothing happens, just platonic. I'm getting attention from this handsome person, but nothing's happening. But she learns quickly that maybe that man can't be trusted. So yes, we do learn who the main person is right at the beginning, but I think it's Patricia's journey and her relationship with him and his relationship with the whole neighborhood and what everyone else finds out or knows or wants to know that makes it like the thriller and the scary stuff starts happening. What I really enjoyed about the book is that there's a part in the book when we start to realize that maybe our main character or narrator, or the narrator, or like the main character's narration, it's an unreliable narrator, so we don't know what's going on. And I think that's when things start to change, and then you start to wonder, well, what's happening? I don't know, maybe this person is crazy. The goriness in this book is just enough to creep you out, but not enough to gross you. I mean, I am grossed out, I'm not gonna lie, but again, I don't have anything else to compare this book to. Like, I don't read these kind of books because, first of all, I get scared. Second of all, I don't like insects and rats, and I'm afraid of spiders, and we get all of that in this book. So I don't have anything else to compare it to, so I am really enjoying it. It's giving me the creepiness that I wanted the book to give me, but not enough for me to have nightmares, I don't think. And it's good. Like, it's truly what I wanted to read, and it's a page turner. I'm so intrigued on what's happening. I stopped reading it at like a very good point right now, so I'm gonna go have dinner and I'm gonna continue reading it. But like I said, if you are someone who has read so many thrillers and so many books like this, you might think it's an okay book, or you might think it's boring. I don't know. I, however, think it's a great book. I will be recommending this book to everyone who wants to read a creepy book because I think it's a good one. I know, I thought I was not gonna like it. I honestly thought I was not gonna read it. I thought I was gonna just the first chapter and I was gonna have to put it down. But I surprised myself. I did. I enjoyed every single character, from Miss Green to Patty to the friends. I mean, the ladies in the neighborhood. There's someone who hasn't been mentioned in quite a while, and I'm suspicious of her, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I still have 100 pages to go, and we're gonna see what happens. I'm intrigued. So I'm gonna go have dinner, and then I'll continue reading this. Hopefully I finish it tonight. If not, I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. But I am gonna close off the blog right here. Also, I have been calling it the Vampirathon, but it's Vampathon. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys get to pick up a good vampire book, or that you guys picked up a good vampire book this October. It is now November, but who cares. So that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.